2, 1. Hi, I'm Dave. This is the Cyderbaby show at Call of the World 2023, and today I'm with the openers of the whole festival, Mercia. Hi guys.
Hello, how you doing? You good?
What's it feel like to open a festival?
It was incredible, yeah. It's a bit of a stigma to it, isn't there, with a lot of bands? Where they're like, oh, we don't want to be the first ones on. But opening a festival is great. You set the tone for it. And all people have been saying to it is all morning is just like, what an opener, what a way to start it off. So we're happy that everyone else is happy.
Yeah, if we could set the bar.
Exactly.
Yeah. You've done something right.
It's gone downhill ever since, I could say.
We don't want to
We'll take that.
Right, Mercia, I've not really heard much of you guys before, so explain what you are, to all the viewers.
Well, we are. It's always difficult, isn't it, trying to pigeonhole yourselves into a genre or anything like that. But we're like an alternative metal band. The EP that we released, we had a vision for that, and it was very much based on local legend from Stoke-on-Trent, from where we're from.
Yeah.
And we kind of want to still run with that. Those stories, we want intertwining stories throughout the music. So later down the line, if we're still doing this in 20 years, we can still come back to the same characters.
Yeah.
We're very much composition based and story based. The riffs come secondary to that.
Right. Okay.
Whereas a lot of bands will write a riff and everything's built on that riff. We're much more kind of back to basics. What do songwriters do? How do we build from that? What can we add to that? And that's where we get our dynamics from quite a lot.
It's like a singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
Almost
way
way
of
looking at it.
Yeah.
It's a fusion.
Okay. I've got to say, fair play to you. I said it to you just as we were walking up. You've still got the makeup on. I mean, it is a hot day.
You'd be surprised how many people actually mistake it for a tattoo. Like, I'm not even kidding. The amount of people who come up to me afterwards and like, is that a tattoo? I'm like, obviously not. Well, no, they do it beforehand. Afterwards, they're like, oh wait, no, it's not a tattoo because it's usually dripping down my face. But no, we're playing in Greece soon, so this is like a perfect tester for how well it's going to stay on my head. And it didn't do very well. I've topped it up since we were on stage, but now it's doing good. So I've been taking a lot of tips from drag queens because they can keep makeup on their face really well. So.
The other thing about playing in Greece is, obviously, if we're playing in makeup, I'm ginger. I've been quite easily. So when I take that makeup off, it's going to be so pale.
You're going to have like a red face
You're
mask.
going to have a perfect line. If you might mirror Ash, you're going to just it'd be split.
I like the Joker.
Oh my God.
There is a whole line of questioning about that. I'm not really.
Why are you ginger?
Okay, you don't instantly combust in the sun or anything like that. Obviously,
I'm Nordic sunset. That's what my parents tell me.
Nordic sunset. That's a new one for me. Okay, actually, I haven't asked you to introduce yourself, so.
Yeah, I'm Ash. I'm the singer.
I'm Tom. I'm guitar.
I'm Vern. I'm bass.
I'm Tyler. I'm guitar.
I'm Kirk. Drums.
Yeah. So you're all Stoke-on-Trent based?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So how long's Mercia been going then as a band?
What were we saying? It was
We
about 2.5 years.
Yeah. So 2.5 years. We formed and started writing primarily most of the music during COVID. So we had plenty of time to just formulate the songs.
Yeah.
It sort of dropped in, didn't it? As soon as
Yeah,
COVID hit,
yeah.
we started practicing as it happened.
Yeah.
It's a perfect opportunity to get practice. Isn't it?
So we took full advantage of that.
So there was lockdown. We locked down, but locked down in secret.
Yeah.
And then emerged.
We're a bubble. You don't know how many family and friends I had to kind of distance myself with so I could write songs with you guys.
Yeah.
Like, we are the bubble. Sorry, Mum, I can't see you for a year now. I'm writing songs.
I heard there's a sigh of relief.
Well, for my mum, yeah, definitely. I'm adopted.
That was me.
Okay, so where are you going from here? I'll call it a while. You're going to Greece, obviously. So what is happening in the Mercia camp?
We're going back to Stoke after this.
Will they have you back?
So we're
They don't have to.
we're basically just trying to have a bit of a reimagining. So Tom isn't our original guitarist. Tom's joined us, and since joining us, we've been gigging through our EP and showing people our EP and stuff, and it's been amazing. And now we're having a bit of time to actually knuckle down and write some songs with Tom, so that he's got the involvement that you should expect. And then from there, we're going to start gigging a bit more. But we're going to try and keep ourselves limited. So events like this, absolutely great. And then, we can get the networking done and we can chat to people. And
back to basics again, isn't it?
yeah, back to basics. Go back
Work
in
from
the
the
room
ground up
and refresh ourselves.
Yeah. Start enjoying the writing process again, because we spent so COVID hit, and then we recorded an EP, and recording the EP during COVID was a nightmare because only 2 of us were allowed in the studio at the time.
Yeah.
So for the entirety of the day, it was like video calls with Ash, and we were in the studio. It was like, what do you think? So it wasn't like your standard recording.
It was a very unusual situation.
And then as soon as that happened, we were gigging. Yeah, and then a year of gigging. So now it is just kind of start again and just recharge the battery and get back into the studio and start writing and be creative again. Because that's what it's all about. It's about being creative and writing. And
we want to give people a product, don't we? So we need to make that product to give it to people.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Everything else is a bonus. The gigs are a bonus. Everything's a bonus. What we love to do is to write music and enjoy writing music together. And it's like any artist, they'll paint something, then they'll put it up in a gallery, and if people like it, then that's
the bonus.
Yeah, that's the gratitude, the gratitude that they get from everybody else, which is what gigs is.
Okay, you are very quiet. Are you sure?
This is Tom. He doesn't talk much. This is his persona.
I only jest. So, speaking of product, what have you got out at the moment for people to listen to?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, we've got our EP. So we recorded the EP. It's a 5-track. It's a little bit of a what's the word for it? Where it's a concept. Perfect, thank you. Yeah, it's a little bit of a concept EP. So it's quite story driven. So when people buy that, actually physically we've got the lyrics in there, and it'll help explain the story that we're trying to tell about these local legends around the Stoke area. And then we've obviously got a bit of merch too, so we've got some t-shirts and we've got beanies. We're currently working on artwork for new merch as well, because obviously people want a bit of a variety. And then from there it's going to be releasing tracks at a regular rate and
we released
keeping people updated.
We did. I was about to say we did release a new single, didn't we? Like a month ago.
So we're kind of working on merchandise for that release, aren't we? We released the single and the video. So we're working on merchandise for that at the minute. We have got another single in the works that we're currently shooting a music video for.
Watch this
trying to get that out. Watch this space.
Watch this space.
Hashtag you better.
Hashtag come join us.
So you going along the lines of releasing single every couple of 3 months or something like that, rather than working on an album, bang, which is sort of like
ideally we'd love to just go in the studio and do
So the approach I would say would be releasing singles, and then when it got to a point where we have a substantial amount to formulate an album, then we would put all that together.
I think in this day and age, within the music industry and how it works with listeners, if you're not an established band, spending a lot of time on an album, releasing an album is a lot of hard work and a lot of money. So if you can kind of churn out singles and videos at a steady rate, it keeps the interest there and it builds up a fan base, and you're not burning yourself out too quickly with an album, and then 2 years later you release something else. You can kind of release everything at a steady rate.
Drip feed.
It's very much in the moment, isn't it? Like how it's gone, people want a single there, they want this.
Well, that's it,
It's disposable almost. Like the music industry is, so everyone wants it there, bang, bang, bang.
That's it.
Get it out, sort of.
I mean, so many want more of our music coming out, basically.
People are always asking us when we're recording particular songs, so we're like, when we have the time and the money, we will. But we're putting a lot of hard work into the stuff we're recording, because the last thing we want to do is just put something half-arsed out. We want to really make these soundscapes incredible.
Excellent. Well, I'm cutting into your drinking time, so I'm not going to hold you up too much longer.
Don't worry about it. It's helping me sober up a little bit.
I don't think so. Thank you, guys. I hope to hear more from you very soon, and enjoy the rest of the festival.
Thank you. Cheers for chatting to us.